Alright, so today let's talk about single-player games. Those unforgettable experiences that immerse you in rich narratives, beautiful worlds, and thrilling gameplay. These are the kinds of games that make you lose track of time, pulling you into their stories and characters like a great movie or book. Whether you're an action fan, love solving puzzles, or enjoy exploring vast open worlds, we've got something for you. So without further ado, here are 15 great single-player games you must play. Let's kick things off with Control, an eerie and mind-bending game from the brilliant minds at Remedy Entertainment. You play as Jessie Faden, a woman who becomes the director of the mysterious Federal Bureau of Control. With her newfound powers, she must navigate a world filled with supernatural forces, shifting environments, and mind-boggling puzzles. What sets Control apart is its unique blend of third-person shooter mechanics with telekinetic abilities. You can throw objects at enemies with just a thought, levitate through the air, and manipulate the world around you in ways. The game's setting is haunting and beautiful, with an atmosphere thick with mystery. If you love games that challenge your mind while delivering pulse-pounding action, Control is a no-brainer. What can I say about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that hasn't already been said? This game redefined open-world gaming and pushed the boundaries of exploration. In this breathtaking adventure, you play as Link, waking up after a century-long slumber to find Hyrule in ruins. Your mission to defeat Calamity Ganon and restore peace to the kingdom. But what makes Breath of the Wild so special is the sheer freedom it offers. From climbing every mountain to paragliding off cliffs, you can go anywhere, do anything, and solve puzzles in countless creative ways. The game doesn't hold your hand, and that sense of discovery, whether you're finding hidden shrines, cooking new recipes, or battling giant monsters, makes this game an experience like no other. For fans of open-world exploration, this is a masterpiece that you simply can't miss. Stepping into the shoes of a samurai never felt so good. Ghost of Tsushima is a visually stunning open-world action game set during the Mongol invasion of Japan in the 13th century. You play as Jin Sakai, one of the last samurai on the island of Tsushima. He wrestles with his honor and the need to adapt to guerrilla tactics in order to save his people. The combat in Ghost of Tsushima is pure samurai fantasy. Every sword fight feels like a carefully choreographed duel where timing and precision are key. The game gives you the freedom to fight honorably as a samurai or use stealth as the ghost. But no matter how you choose to play, the action is smooth, stylish, and deeply satisfying. It is one of the most beautiful open worlds ever created, with golden fields, lush forests, and misty mountain peaks. And this game becomes an unmissable adventure for fans of action, history, and art. God of War Ragnarok is the sequel to the critically acclaimed God of War 2018, and it manages to improve on nearly every aspect of its predecessor. This time around, Kratos and his son Atreus face off against the gods of Norse mythology in a battle that threatens the end of the world itself. The game seamlessly blends brutal combat with deeply emotional storytelling. Kratos, the once raging Spartan, is now a father grappling with his past and trying to raise his son in a world that's crumbling around them. The combat is more refined, offering you even more ways to wield Kratos' iconic Leviathan axe and Blades of Chaos. Plus, the world is packed with puzzles, secrets, and awe-inspiring boss fights. Whether you're a fan of the God of War franchise or new to the series, Ragnarok is an epic experience that will have you glued to your screen from start to finish. Next on our list is a true classic brought back to life, the Resident Evil 4 remake. Originally released in 2005, Resident Evil 4 changed the landscape of action horror games forever. Now with the remake, the game has been rebuilt from the ground up, offering modern visuals, updated controls, and a fresh take on some of its most iconic moments. You once again play as Leon Kennedy, tasked with rescuing the president's daughter from a cult in a remote European village. The mix of action, horror, and survival mechanics feels as tense and thrilling today as it did when the game first launched. The remake also enhances the atmosphere, making the dark, decrepit village even more unsettling. Whether you're new to the series or a long-time fan, this remake is the definitive way to experience one of the greatest survival horror games ever made. Cyberpunk 2077 might have had a rocky start, but after a series of major updates and patches, it's finally become an immersive RPG. Set in the sprawling dystopian metropolis of Night City, you play as V. He is a mercenary trying to make a name for themselves in a world full of mega corporations, cybernetic enhancements, and moral gray areas. What stands out most about Cyberpunk 2077 is the level of customization. From the way you build your character's skills and abilities to the decisions you make in the story, everything feels personal. The narrative, with its many branching paths, offers incredible depth, and the performances, especially Keanu Reeves as Johnny Silverhand, are unforgettable. Whether you're hacking into enemies' systems, engaging in high-speed chases, or just exploring the neon-soaked streets, Cyberpunk 2077 is an RPG that every fan of the genre should experience. Final Fantasy VII Remake is not just a faithful recreation of the original game. It's a complete reimagining that expands on the character's world and story in ways that longtime fans could have only dreamed of. This time you get to dive deeper into the lives of Cloud, Tifa, Aerith and the rest of the gang as they fight against the corrupt Shinra Corporation. The game's combat is an exciting blend of real-time action and strategic command-based gameplay, allowing you to switch between characters, unleash devastating attacks and slow down time to think through your next move. The world of Midgar has been beautifully brought to life with vibrant detail and a sense of scale that makes every environment feel real and lived in. Whether you're a fan of the original or a newcomer, Final Fantasy VII Remake is an RPG masterpiece.
And there's our first challenger. Show me what you got, Cloud. Too late.
See ya.
Lara Croft returns in Rise of the Tomb Raider, a game that strikes a perfect balance between action exploration and puzzle solving. This time Lara is on a quest to uncover the secret of immortality, taking her to the frozen wilderness of Siberia. The game builds on the solid foundation of its predecessor, offering larger, more intricate tombs, better combat mechanics, and an even more personal story. The environments in Rise of the Tomb Raider are absolutely stunning. Whether you're climbing icy mountains, exploring hidden temples, or battling enemies in the snow, the game is a visual treat. It's a game that rewards curiosity and exploration, and with tons of side missions and collectibles, there's always something new to discover. If you love adventure games with a strong lead character, this one's for you. Nathan Drake's final adventure in Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, is nothing short of a cinematic masterpiece. In this globe-trotting treasure hunt, Drake is pulled out of retirement by his long-lost brother, leading to a high-stakes adventure that takes him through jungles, ruins, and snow-capped mountains in search of pirate treasure. What sets Uncharted 4 apart is its ability to combine gripping action with heartfelt moments. The relationship between Nate and his brother Sam is at the core of the story, giving this game an emotional weight that wasn't as present in earlier entries. The set pieces are huge and jaw-dropping, whether you're swinging from a cliffside, escaping crumbling buildings, or racing through a bustling city. The game never lets up. It's a must-play for anyone who loves action-adventure games.
I got you! Hold on tight, kid! I got you! Come on, come on!
No list of great single-player games would be complete without The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This open-world RPG is a massive, sprawling game where you play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter in search of his adopted daughter. The game's world is rich with lore, full of morally complex characters, and packed with quests that often have far-reaching consequences. What makes The Witcher 3 truly stand out is its writing. The story, the dialogue, and even the side quests are incredibly well crafted, with each decision you make feeling significant. The combat is fun and challenging with a mix of swordplay magic and alchemy. And with the game's 2 huge expansions, Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, there's even more content to enjoy. If you're looking for an RPG with depth, emotional storytelling, and a world you can get lost in for hundreds of hours, look no further. In Horizon Forbidden West, Aloy's journey continues, as she ventures into new untamed lands to uncover the mysteries behind a looming threat to humanity. The game expands on the original Horizon Zero Dawn with a bigger world, new machines to battle, and even more complex storylines. The stunning landscapes, ranging from lush jungles to arid deserts, are packed with secrets, and the game's combat allows for a range of playstyles, whether you prefer stealth strategy or head-on assaults. The fluid traversal mechanics make exploration a joy, and the story is packed with emotional moments that will keep you hooked. Set in 14th century France during the Black Death, a plague tale Innocence tells the heartbreaking story of Amicia and her younger brother Hugo. They will try to survive amidst a devastating plague and hostile soldiers. The game's stealth-based gameplay has you navigating treacherous environments, solving puzzles, and using the environment to outsmart enemies. What really stands out in A Plague Tale is its emotional storytelling, as Amicia must protect her brother from danger while uncovering the dark secrets behind the plague. The atmosphere, tense gameplay, and stunning visuals make it an unforgettable journey. Alan Wake 2 builds on the psychological horror of the original, plunging players deeper into the surreal, terrifying world of Bright Falls. As the writer Alan Wake, trapped in a dark alternate reality, you must unravel the mysteries of this nightmare world while battling shadowy enemies. The game expertly blends horror and action with an atmosphere that's both haunting and cinematic. The story is full of twists, keeping you guessing until the very end. If you're a fan of psychological horror with a gripping narrative, Alan Wake 2 is a must-play.
He's too fast.
The emotional journey of Joel and Ellie in The Last of Us Part 1 is a masterpiece of storytelling in gaming. This remake updates the graphics and gameplay for modern platforms while retaining the powerful character-driven narrative that made the original a classic. Set in a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a fungal infection, you'll follow Joel as he escorts Ellie across the dangerous remnants of the US. The game's mix of tense combat, heart-wrenching story beats, and survival elements makes it one of the most gripping experiences in gaming. Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2 is a sprawling western epic that puts you in the shoes of Arthur Morgan, an outlaw in the dying days of the Wild West. The game's massive open world is brimming with life, from bustling towns to untamed wilderness, and the attention to detail is staggering. The story of Arthur's struggles within the Van der Linde gang is filled with emotional depth, memorable characters, and moral dilemmas. Whether you're hunting, fishing, or engaging in dramatic gunfights, every moment in Red Dead Redemption 2 feels like part of a larger living world. It's a game you can get lost in for hours. And that's a wrap. These 15 single-player games are absolute must-plays, whether you're new to gaming or a seasoned pro. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and click the bell to stay updated on all things gaming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.